Oh man, this one is going to make you angrier than getting in front of a teenager watching Stranger Things and yelling,
BTS? More like BWS?
It will. You know when you jam a stick down a nest of ants? That's going to be your brain. And the only known cure is to come see my live show for its last stint around the country. Melbourne, that one's filmed, so it's at a discount. It's also a charity show. So come if you like dying of laughter. Also, just death in general. Lennon looks like he's having a good nap.
Must go to friendlyjordies.
Now, it might be a good idea to actually start the video. Even with housing prices going down, it's like, yeah, that's good, but the amount that you're allowed to borrow is going down twice as fast, which makes me
angry. I want to live in the Malibu of Australia, Rockdale,
where the only thing dirtier than the streets are the people. As we know, there's been many factors to this explosion in housing affordability. Howard halving the capital gains tax. That's pretty much it, really. But here's another massive secret, one the Liberal Party created this time around, and this one costs you hundreds of thousands of dollars. They don't regulate real estate agents. Who looks at the cast of Lux listing and thinks, yeah, now there's a group of people you can trust to do the right thing. If it was legal, they'd kill each other. They're just Siamese fighting fish, except Siamese fighting fish are slightly bigger. Look at this. Under the Property and Stock Agents Act, passed as usual by a Labor government, real estate agents are supposed to tell property purchasers if there is going to be a significant risk to their health and safety. The classic, not telling you it was built on an Indian burial ground. Labor made that illegal. They also made it illegal for real estate agents to not know that stuff either, let alone not tell you. You know, all the classics, termites, mold, zoning problems, shoddily built. The neighbours called their son Tyson. The other neighbours are a bunch of lebs that always have expensive cars out the front, and if you ask them about it, I won the lotto, f off. They have to tell you. So important when 85% of new buildings in New South Wales are defective. Again, because the New South Wales Liberals don't regulate the building industry, so they build houses out of paddle pop sticks and flammable glue. Check out our video on that. But you know what happens when there's no regulation? It allows people to be idiots. And if you allow people to be idiots, first off, there's going to be a lot more sales to Chillin' at 420 concerts. But if you create an idiocracy where everyone in every department is unqualified, from consultants, yeah, it's fine, you can build these apartments next to this black hole. If there's a problem, the time dilation will let you get out quickly. Trust me, Stooge. To the builders, oh, I made my building a leaning tower of Pisa, so it's much more likely to fall in. To the real estate agents, is there a chance this building could fall in? I don't know. Can I have some money now, Stooge? That's how New South Wales functions now. People marginally more intelligent than koalas, paving over their habitat with apartments more flammable than the koalas' trees. That's how bad the Liberals have let it get. When Labor was in power, they said in legislation that agents basically had to at least pass TAFE at the very least. Then we had a deputy premier that couldn't even do that, and so he thought, well, if I can't do it, it's not fair for me to want them to do it. They're also required to upgrade and refresh their qualifications every year. But we've been talking to people at industry trading consultants. Their job is to pretty much make sure real estate agents at least know the laws they're supposed to know. They don't. They said, you'd be shocked how many times some gel hair rocks up in a Merc and they ask, do you have your Cert 4 on you? And they do the whole, yeah, it's in my car. So what I'm saying is the interaction is very cool because of how sick their cars are. But as a little side note, what? A lot of them don't even have their TAFE qualifications. It's probably easier to get than an RSA and they're driving around in a Merc. Just realised why we all hate real estate agents. It's because they've clearly made better life decisions than the rest of us. We asked industry training consultants why they think all even bother to get their qualifications, and actually they corrected something that I said in the city video we flashed up before. I stated that under the law, no one's liable if you sold a shoddy apartment, and they pointed out that real estate agents and developers actually are. It's just that, as usual, the Liberals underfunded things like fair trade that are supposed to be policing pretty much anyone a current affair goes after. They just do it with a stamp instead of a camera. So because they don't have money, there's no chance fair trade's going to audit these people, and that's why it's become so common. I remember it took a current affair 4 stories on a single plumber before fair trade did anything, and that was after he ripped off hundreds of people, some of them with dementia. So you know they rang up Fair Trade multiple times. And if it takes a current affair 4 stories to get a response from Fair Trade, what chance do you have? In fact, if you work at Fair Trade, can you please send me an email? I really want to know what it's like on the inside. Only contact me though if you've got juicy gossip. So obviously I want exposés like, they have a coffee machine in there and sometimes it's pretty good, but I think sometimes they cheap out on the beans.
Cool now.
Just like every government agency in New South Wales, it's been defunded to the point that they can't function. Real estate agents can lie to you about the condition of the house. They can lie to you throughout the entire negotiation process. And look, I know we pay out real estate agents a lot, but I have met a few that are clearly on the level. As fair as this maiden's complexion they are, but seeing as they hold all the information, you just know that there's a few out there saying, with information comes power, Stooge. So I'm awfully sorry, but I don't know if a society where plumbers, property developers, and real estate agents face no repercussions is a utopia to be aiming for. The laws are there to stop this from happening, but the Liberals and real estate agents are the orangutan and Fair Trade are the vegetables. What do you think's going to happen next? By the by, just remember that the next election is your chance to do this. You'll want to vote him out too, because ITC has tried to contact Kevin Anderson, the Minister for Better Regulation and Innovation. Jesus, you can tell the Malcolm Turnbull faction of the Liberal Party are in charge of New South Wales, can't you? Innovate my boxes so they don't chafe or f*** off. They've just been pointing out how dangerously unregulated the real estate industry is, how underfunded Fair Trade is, giving you case example after case example of agents not only disregarding the law, completely ignorant of what the law is, and what do they get after an exchange of letters? I acknowledge your concerns, but as explained in my previous letter, the laws and regulations we currently have are appropriate. How did he come to that conclusion? The usual Liberal way, by setting up a committee. A committee that, as usual, comprises entirely of people who would have a vested interest in seeing real estate agents being able to get away with calling a dilapidated house in Blacktown a city getaway peppered with life experience. So here's what I want you to get in your head. Having Labor in New South Wales is better than Tracy Grimshaw. If you like how a current affair holds a shonker week to account, a government can hold an entire state to account. And in doing so, will reduce how much housing costs. How? Shut up, I was about to tell you! Currently, God knows how many people are getting conned by real estate agents, not telling them that there is a vortex to a dimension of pure evil in their pantry. Because, yeah, that's right, they cook with Patax. I dub thee the King of Wit. If they're forced to tell you about the evil dimension, what happens? Demand goes down. You have more of a bargaining chip to lower the price. If they pretend that it doesn't, you know what they do to the next house that doesn't have a dimension of pure evil? Well, the last house with a demon portal sold for 3 million, so this normal house should surely sell for 3 billion? Yeah, 3 mil to 3 bills, only a 1 litre jump. This is a massive reason housing prices are exploding that no one's talking about, and it's because real estate agents can use whatever predatory tactics they like to jack up the price and not face any repercussions at all. And the reason no one's talking about it is when ITC contacts other media organisations, they refuse to discuss it because Murdoch owns realestate.com and 9 Fairfax owns shitrealestate.com. I cannot stress how important I think I am. But come on, you gotta give us this. If we think it's in the public interest, we're gonna cover it, which is why you're gonna cover us the price of a coffee a week, because we're not on the take of these evil industries like the rest of the press are. And I don't poop out $2 coins. Oh, sometimes I do. But I just saved you hundreds of thousands of dollars. Guaranteed. So you owe me now. Thanks again to the tips from industry training consultants. Cheers for your due diligence. If it wasn't for you, I never would have guessed that real estate agents are dodgy. Nah, some of them are legends. So like this video if you disagree. Oh, classic sales tactic, yeah. Always start with something small like this, eh? How about you give it a like and subscribe? Now for the big ask, dig up your nan and cook her bones.
Please share and comment below. Comment.